Drum Alert Nation, I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news. Today's story is briefly going to talk about Gamergate and Stop Gamergate 2014. For those of you that don't know, Gamergate is a consumer campaign to end corruption between game journalists and game developers. That's right, there's been a lot of allegations that game developers and game journalists have relations outside of business, and this is causing good reviews of games that shouldn't be there. So there's been this consumer demand. However, extreme feminists have been trying to change the message of Gamergate to be some type of attack on women. One of these extreme feminists is known as Anita Sarkeesian. Now, she said yesterday on Twitter, "Stop Gamergate 2014 because Gamergate is using defamation tactics I detail in this video against women right now." She also canceled an event. That's right. She said, "Forced to cancel my talk at USU after receiving death threats because the police wouldn't take steps to prevent concealed firearms at the event. I requested pat-downs or metal detectors after a mass shooting threat, but because of Utah's open carry laws, police wouldn't do firearms searches." She also said multiple threats made stating intent to kill me and feminists at USU. For the record, one threat did claim affiliation with Gamergate. At this point, supporting Gamergate is implicitly supporting the harassment of women in the gaming industry. Now, mainstream media went crazy yesterday, claiming that the end of Gamergate is near. In fact, the CBC News, this is Canadian news, I believe, said that the internet has had enough of Gamergate, complaining that the people that support Gamergate are giving bomb threats, death threats, and rape threats. Women are under attack. Now, this couldn't be further than the truth. The main message of Gamergate is not to attack and harass women. In fact, some YouTubers poked fun at this. Boogie2988 said, "I received 2 death threats this week, and that included my home address. And I don't know how to get the press to cover that. Wish I did." Now, there are many female gamers that are in support of Gamergate, and they demanded the Huffington Post got their side of the story. The Huffington Post did do a live Skype chat with 3 women in support of Gamergate. During the interview, they were very clear that this is not about attacking women. This is simply about ending corruption between game developers and game journalists. Leo Pirate said on Twitter, "Tech journalists aren't telling both sides of Gamergate, not your Shield story or even investigating it." One of the females interviewed by the Huffington Post felt like there were some breakthroughs, though. She said on Twitter, "Yesterday it was a big step in breaking the narrative being portrayed of Gamergate. We won't lose this. Keep sending those emails." However, one of those people that might be giving Gamergate a bad image is known as Bill Waggoner, State of Allah. He's been doxing every single person that has posted on Twitter, "Stop Gamergate 2014. This battle is not going to end anytime soon. In other news, we have Theory from the TK COD Pro team putting on Twitter, "What movie would you watch out of these 4? The Shooter, End of Watch, Paid in Full, or Boys in the Hood?" Then Neslo responded with, "Shooter." Now, if that's not scary enough, we've had another Ebola outbreak in the continental United States. That's right. One of the healthcare workers taking care of the first patient with Ebola in the United States apparently contracted the disease and flew a commercial flight when she had a temperature of 99.5. She flew from Cleveland to Dallas. That's it for the news today. Next Drum Alert will be out after 3,000 likes. Drum Alert Nation now over 85,000 subscribers.